Well, good morning, everybody. This is John Wilson, the Atlanta World Travel Examiner, and I'm sitting here on the shore of Lake Yoho with John Chater, who's the owner of
El Cortijo de Lago. It's a small restaurant on Lake Yoho in Honduras.
I've been staying here for about 2 weeks, having a great time. And John's told me that he has a little bit of land for sale. And what we're going to do is John's going to share about his hotel. And what exactly do you have here? You have a restaurant?
We have a restaurant, a hotel that can accommodate about 30 people in a modest style. We have a marina that has direct access to the lake, which is great for sailing, fishing, just bird watching. And it's a great place to be.
Okay, and John, how long have you been down here in Honduras?
I've been in Honduras over 25 years, here at the lake for 7 or 8 now. I'm from Vermont, and I spent most of my time plowing snow. Now I'm enjoying great weather.
Great. And well, you have a Honduran wife by the name of Martha.
She's from the southern part of Honduras, and we've been married 25 years now.
And how many children you got?
Together we have 4, 3 older children who are in the States. We have a couple of grandchildren, and we have a 16-year-old daughter who's living here in Honduras with us.
Okay, and on your hotel, how large is the area that you have the hotel in?
It's about 4 manzanas, which is equivalent to about 6 acres, and we have an area that's easily accessed by a road that's only a couple hundred meters off the main highway, and we want to offer for sale building lots along that roadway. The lots all have a cameo, at least a cameo view of the lake, and the owners of the property will have access to the marina and the lake as part of the deal.
Okay, on these lots that you're going to be offering for sale, how large are the lots?
They average about a quarter of an acre, and 1 or 2 could be put together if people want a larger piece of land. What we're looking for is to sort of develop a community of modest houses, somewhat of in similar designs, somewhat akin to the design of a European chalet, for example. With big porches and great views and easy access to the road and easy access to the lake.
Let me ask you this: if I'm an American looking to retire, obviously it's going to be cheaper for me to live down here than it is up in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say to them if you were explaining to somebody living in the United States, what would entice them to come down to Honduras?
Well, the weather is great year-round. We do have rain in the rainy season. It can rain every day for a while, but most often it's nice weather. The living is relatively cheap. I'm on Social Security, and I can live with my family on that. It's easy for Americans to buy land in Honduras. As buying land in anywhere else, you have to make sure you get a clear legal title. Honduras we're about 2 hours from Miami, about 2.5 hours from Houston, so we're relatively close to the United States, it's easy to bring a vehicle to Honduras or buy one here for transportation. And Honduras is a great country. There's lots to see. There's a really good national park system. There's on the north coast, there's great beaches. And here in the mountains, it's cool, and the lake is a great place to be. And I really enjoy it. I have no reason to want to move anywhere else.
The recent political turmoil that Honduras has been written up about in the United States, from what we've talked about since I've been here, that was basically done in a constitutional way, and there was no actual force with guns or anything like that done to remove the political leader at the time.
That's correct. There's a lot of misunderstanding about what happened in Honduras. It was equivalent to the impeachment of a president in the United States. Honduras does not have a federal police force. In the case of the United States, that federal police force would remove the impeached president if so demanded by Congress. In the case here in Honduras, the Supreme Court and the Congress made a legal decision that the president was in violation of the Constitution, and according to the Constitution, the result was removal from office. And the Supreme Court and the Congress asked the military to escort the president out of Honduras, which actually was his. They offered him an option of staying in Honduras or being escorted out. He did not leave in his pajamas, as many people believe. He left very well prepared. He spent $70,000 of Honduran money on a new wardrobe as soon as he landed in Costa Rica. And unfortunately, a group of supporters, mostly paid by him and by the president of Venezuela, have been agitating for his return without being prosecuted for counts of theft that are being brought against him. The current president of Honduras, who was duly elected by 80% of the population a year ago November, is trying hard to get back into the good graces of the world community, and has made it clear that former president is welcome to come back to Honduras, but up to now has to face charges of theft and corruption, which is only fair.
Okay, so one of the conceptions that a lot of Americans have is the danger of robbery and theft and the normal stuff that you read about in the newspaper. In your 25 years, you said?
Mm-hmm.
In your 25 years living down here, have you had that big of a problem yourself or your family?
Well, the first time I was assaulted was in Guatemala, and lost a vehicle, and theft and personal safety is a problem in Latin America, as probably it is in any major city in the world. And there are precautions that one needs to take. We lived in a major U.S. city for a while, and it took my wife 2 or 3 weeks. She was walking back and forth to shop and stuff, and it took her 2 or 3 weeks to get accustomed to what looked to her like a potentially threatening area. After a while, she became known to the community around us, which was an urban mixed community. And she became part of it, and then realized that we realized that people need to take certain personal precautions and not enter into or go into areas or situations that are potentially dangerous.
So what you're basically saying is that if I was in downtown Atlanta or downtown Detroit, or on the outskirts thereof,
Mm-hmm.
I would probably be as much at risk of getting assaulted and that sort of thing as I am down here.
Yeah, I would say that. That's been our experience, certainly, in an urban U.S. area.
Now, for myself, I've been traveling for 5 months and I have not run into any problems whatsoever. Just so
I've been traveling for 25 years, and the only, as I mentioned earlier, the only problem I had was being assaulted, and that was probably 10 years ago.
Okay, so we have some land for sale, and people have an idea as far as the political situation down here, which is not radically.
It's very stable right now, and
stable
it's a
situation.
democratic country. Congress is democratically elected, as is the president, by popular vote. And the Hondurans respect their constitution, and the overwhelming majority feel and support democracy.
Okay. So I'm an American. I'm interested in some land that you have to sell. What would be the starting price of some land close to the lake?
our lots begin at about $20,000 a lot. That includes a clear title, legal title, and we have easy access to electricity, to water. It's right, the properties are right on a road. That's a private road. The community is gated, and all the lots have, as I said, at least a cameo view. Some have really spectacular views of the lake, and access to the lake through a marina.
So I come down, I decide to buy one of these lots for $20,000. Give me an idea as far as building a house, how much additional money would I need? Let's say two bedroom, one bath, living room, dining room, kitchen.
I think the basic structure we're talking about is probably around $30,000. I would have to do some figuring to be more exact about that, but basic masonry construction, and I recommend not to build principally with wood, but with cement blocks or masonry materials that don't corrode and are relatively tight and solid. Certainly, wood trim and wood interiors are perfectly fine. The wood has to be treated as it does in most places in the world, so that insects and problems don't occur. Rot doesn't occur in the wood. But we recommend steel roofing, as you can see above in our restaurant here, primarily because it's easy and it's easy to insulate, and it provides a good protection from the rain. We're not advocating thatched roofs as some eco resorts do, but thatched roofs bring insects that we don't think need to be inside the living quarters.
Okay, it seems like we are running out a little bit of time. So, if they wanted to contact you in this, I understand that you have a website.
It's hotellakeyohoah.com, and we have an email which is lakeyohoah@gmail.com, and I have a telephone which is the area country code is 504. The number is 9906-5333. Give us a call. Come on down.
You also have a Skype account.
Yes. I think that's in my own name. I'm just getting used to Skype, but I think it's in John Shader.
And we'll have to cut John some slack here. I asked him about 45 minutes ago to sit down and do this interview, so this is really kind of off the cuff.
Let me also mention we also have a house that we use for vacation rentals that can be a few days up to a month or more, and come down and visit. The airfares are relatively cheap. The nearest airport is the biggest one in Honduras, which is San Pedro Sula. We're about an hour and 15 minutes from the airport. We'll pick you up, we'll take you around, and we'll accommodate you while you're getting to know Honduras.
John, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
All right.
Good to see you.
So have a great day from the Atlanta World Travel Examiner. Thanks for viewing the video.